Well, folks, it's a new year. Do you know what that means? It means there's more people in the gym than usual. It also means for those of us in the States here that the income tax season is upon us. In fact, the very day that I'm recording this is the first day the IRS is accepting returns for tax year 2023. And so I'll have a little bit of something to do besides pulling over the next couple months, since doing tax returns is my only gainful employment since retiring from teaching. But you didn't tune in to hear that. So let's take a look what's going on for the month of February. As usual, the list of everything that is coming up that I know about in the Northeast over the next 5 months or so till the beginning of summer is on the list below. But for this coming week, what we have is in Holland, Ohio, which is the Toledo area, the Buckeye Mega Brawl. And I'll tell you, if you're in one of the classes, unlike me, where you're light enough to pull up to heavier weight classes, this is a real bargain. Specifically, entry fee of $50, but as for all the pulling you can do, left and right, and any of the weight classes that are heavier than you, if you want to pull them as well, 50 smackers for all the pulling you want. The standard weight classes for both amateur and pro are the standard weight classes, specifically we're starting with the 154 going up to the 243 plus. For women, weight classes are two weight classes above and below 154. As I say, that's in a sports bar in Holland, Ohio. I probably wouldn't be going anyway, because for me, it's about 8 hours and a little bit over 500 miles. But if you are closer to Toledo than I am, it looks like it could be a good one. So that's this weekend, the 3rd. On the 10th, I don't know of anything in the Northeast coming up on the 10th, but we're making up for it on the 17th, week later, with 3 separate events in 3 different quarters of the Northeast. I'm going to start naturally with the one that, hey, I'm helping run, which is the Maryland States Tournament in Perryville, Maryland. This is conveniently located right on Interstate 95, about halfway between Baltimore and Philadelphia. If you can picture, if you know your geography, where 95 crosses the Susquehanna River, they're on the east side of the river. And this will be at the Fifth Company Brewery, a brew pub. And what we'll be starting this off with is actually a an open money round. That will be the first thing of the first thing of the day for those who want to go for that, and then also pull otherwise. Followed by both amateur and pro. Weight classes are a little bit different here. For amateur and pro, 155, 172, 190, 210, 230, 260, and 261 plus. On the other hand, with the 260, if you're just barely over 242, that means you don't end up having to pull the 300 and 400 pounders. So that's the men's classes. Women's classes also a little bit unconventional, specifically 136, 154, 170, and 171 plus. There is masters, which is 40 plus, in classes being 190, 230, and 231 plus. They're also going to decide on site, depending who shows up, for the the kids and teens classes, and also an ultra grandmasters, which is ultra grandmaster, of course, is 70 plus. I'm not sure who's going to be there other than me that is over 70. There are a couple of folks in the area that either qualify for that. Also, the kids and the ultra grandmasters are free. The fee for the others, for the open and the masters, is $50 an arm. The amateur and women are 40 bucks an arm. And as I say, that is the 17th in Perryville, Maryland. Also in the Northeast on the 17th, we have the Battle of the Tri-State. Battle of the Tri-State. This is in Fishkill, New York. Presumably the 3 states in this particular case are New York, Connecticut, and New Jersey, since they're the closest states. This will be at a Marriott Courtyard Hotel in Fishkill. In this case, let's see, what do we have here for fees? Pro is 40, women 20. The other classes are 30. Basically, the men's classes are the standard men's classes. I'm not really sure what they're doing for the women's class. This will also feature the weekly super match of Tim Lewis. Well, he doesn't really have things weekly, but it seems like that almost every week. And I'm not sure who else all super matches there, but I know Tim is going to be there pulling Auden LeMay, or Aiden LeMay, excuse me. And so, pardon my pronunciation, no aid and well. So as I say, the 17th. Third item on the 17th of February is the Ohio Memorial Tournament. This is in Mason, Ohio, which is at an American Legion, actually, in Mason. This one also somewhat of a bargain. $20. The kids' classes are 15. Other classes are 20, which is certainly quite reasonable. And here I am with the sniffles again, like I've been getting for the the whole winter. This, by the way, is for charity, specifically expenses for someone battling cancer. This is the fourth annual one of these. And since, as I say, it is for charity, they are asking for a $5 spectator fee, for that one. Number of classes at this, interestingly, since expecting more in right, which is usually the case, they have 5 classes for the men on right and 3 classes, weight classes for left. Women and the youth classes are only right arm. Women 2 classes, the youth 3. Masters at the moment is open, depending on how many show up for that. But as I say, that is the third item on the 17th, Ohio Memorial at an American Legion in Mason, Ohio. So let's see, 17th, the week after that, 24th, we have the King of West Virginia. This is a Travis Bagent event in Martinsburg, West Virginia, specifically at, I believe, I believe that's a brew pub as well. Could be wrong on that one. Like a lot of Bagent events, this is an evening event on the 24th. They're saying that you get a chance to meet Tyson Bagent, Travis's son, who is quarterback for the Chicago Bears at the present time. Here they have, it is a Mountaineer Pub. I thought I had that written down here somewhere. Mountaineer Pub. The pro will be by grouped by weight, but like open that they will, originally seed you by weight. And all in those, in that particular division, all of the events are best of 3, best 2 out of 3 for the pro. They have a separate open classes. Other than that, standard classes from 154, although the supers in that case starting at 220 plus. Masters 165, 187, 220, and 220 plus there, for that. There they are charging $10 for spectators, although if you are a competitor, that $10 will be deducted from your $50 fee for participation. And I'm told that, by the way, unlike the Ohio thing, this is $50, I'm told, per arm, not 50 for the the whole schmear. It strikes me that that would be an interesting, if you know anybody that's wanting a topic for a dissertation or a decent term paper in an economics course, like give them the thought in their head that really wonder some of these how you do if you do better with a higher amount of money being charged, or with a lower amount, did you get a greater number of entries? With the pricing point on that, might be an interesting study there. But so as to say, that is the 24th. And that pretty much takes care of what I know of for the month of February. Starting off in March, just mention one of the Virginia Arm Wrestling League is having one of their events, which they have periodically throughout the year. This one they're calling VAL Conquest at their usual spot in Ruther, Glen, Virginia, which, if you know Virginia geography, is right on 95, about halfway between Fredericksburg and Richmond. Well, if you haven't ever heard of Fredericksburg, that's maybe 2/3 of the way from Washington, D.C. down to Richmond. They say right at a place at a gym called the Barn. That is $30. Standard classes for that for the men, and the women will be open depending on what is coming up there. So as I say, that is the second. So I think that's about it. We'll talk about in detail this time around, although you do remember that 3 weeks after that is the grand and glorious Winterblast, which is going to take place at the Sheraton Bucks County in Langhorne, and which is guaranteed to be one of the largest events and best events of the year. And so we, of course, all hope to see you there, but we'll talk more about that next month.